Just, I need one volunteer. She put her hand up. Okay, you come on there. Yes, you. Are you a brave girl? What's your name? Mariam. Mariam, welcome. I hope you eat prawns.
I don't eat prawns.
Excellent.
I'm allergic to them.
Good. So you can try the sauce there. Okay. Again, inspired from the coastal part of India. When you say coastal part of India, you think of the sea, you think of the coconut, don't you? You think of fish. Okay, she doesn't eat prawn, but you can add vegetables in there. You can add paneer, you can add halloumi, you can add asparagus, you can add anything you want. It is the technique of cooking which is the most important. Cooking should not be very daunting. When you look at Indian food, you think, oh, it's a blend of 40 spices, how do I add spices, and it becomes very confusing. What we're trying to demystify, make it simple for people to understand at home. It is not complex, but there is a sequence of adding flavors to get the best out of it. Okay? The first thing we'll start with, we're going to get a pan, which is a bit hot. No, we're going to do together. A little oil. You can use olive oil, perfectly okay, but olive oil has a peculiar flavor of its own. If you like it, use it. If you want to put half olive oil and half vegetable oil, it's perfectly okay. But you want to use corn oil, the best oil you can use in my homes, I try and use rapeseed oil. The rapeseed oil is very good for your heart. So add a little oil, not too much, and you have to heat the oil. Never put food into cold oil, it does not come out well. And the reason why you put the warm oil with the flavoring is because when you add food into warm oil, the flavors start seeping out into the oil, they infuse into the oil. And that is the first stage of how you extract flavor and add flavor to the dish. So you will feel the heat. They always happen. You spend half an hour before you guys come and it works perfectly fine. Okay. I've been told to advise that there is a screen on the side. If you want to have a look at the screen, have a look at the screen. Don't strain your neck. You are insured, please. Okay. In this dish, there is absolutely no garam masala, and that's intentional. It's just to tell you the flavors can still come. You don't need tons of cloves and cinnamon and cumin and cardamom to add into your food. You can also cook without it. It is what you add. But if you're cooking at home, if you want these whole spices, you can add fennel seeds, you can add cumin seeds, but use in moderation. Don't try and put 7, 6 spices. It is not required. Because some Indians say when you cook at home, you don't add 10 different masalas, do you? You add few. 4 is fine. 4 is fine. You know, people think of, oh, if I add 15 spices, the food becomes better. It does not. It confuses your palate. It doesn't pickle your palate. You're just camouflaging your protein and your sauces with too many flavors. And when you add too many flavors, you can't taste the entire dish. So to feel that, can you feel the heat? It's just about warm. A little more. Just a little more. Okay. Here, Maria. Nobody is a bad cook. You all need to learn. As long as you have an attitude that you want to learn, it's perfectly fine. That intention has to come. And when you cook from your mind and you cook from your heart. And when you cook from these two together, it always comes out nice. But when you cook at home, make sure you have your things organized ready. Don't try and run in the kitchen. Oh, I forgot tomatoes. Oh, I forgot my garlic. What do I do? Keep it organized. Keep it ready. It's much easier. And when you keep it all organized into a line, it's much better. If you look at it, you're all into a sequence. And I'll show you why. The first thing is you're going to add some garlic. Stir that. Now as soon as you add the garlic into the oil, it begins to splatter. It begins to infuse flavors. If you cook it for too long, they will become bitter. So you have to prevent them from burning. You're going to add a little more ginger and some green chili. Just stir that together. If I color my vegetables now, then the dish becomes dark in color. I don't want the color to get too dark, so I'm going to lightly sweat it. In this, I'm going to add in some stalks of lemongrass. add the lemongrass stalks. They intentionally kept quite large. This Qatari is the number one Indian in the world. It's the best. Not because we have Qatari sitting here, but I'm the culinary ambassador for Qatari. I know how they work. They are excellent, absolutely excellent. I love Qatari Airways. I love Mr. Bhatia. I think he has a great airline. Okay, these were kaffir lime leaves. Now, kaffir lime leaves, they react with heat. Anything kaffir lime leaves, lemongrass, curry leaves, they are quite dry. They have a very high oil content. If you smell them on their own, they don't smell of much. But when they react with heat, it opens out the flavors. It gets it all. Can you get some curry leaves in the bowl and pass it on? Saute it lightly. You have to keep on moving them, otherwise they tend to burn. So try and stir in the pan. And as soon as you start stirring them, the heat starts hitting the leaves, or begins to cook the leaves. The flavors of the lime leaves and the lemongrass starts infusing into the oil. And that is how you bully the flavors out. That is how you extract the flavors off into the oil. And these flavors will linger on in the end. It will add more flavor to your dish. Again, don't discolor too much. Some chopped red onion. Lightly saute that also. If you brown the onions, the shade turns to dark brown, then you add any stock or liquid, and the brown color is transferred into the dish becomes very brown. Now onions have a flavoring enzyme known as flavons, which are very bitter and pungent. So you have to cook them to get them released off. And once the flavors are released, the onions tend to become sweet. And that gives it a nice sweety, the caramel flavor comes through the cooking of the onions. They're just about soft and pink. So now I'm going to add some chopped tomatoes. Stir it up. Normally in the Indian restaurants, when they cook, they make a big batch of onion masala. And that is the base. And they really caramelize the onions, they have the tomatoes, and make a thick, rich masala. And then the various things can go into it. So it could be a vegetable, it could be a potato, it could be a lamb or a chicken. But that is the base they make, like a mother sauce, and then they add various flavors to them. We don't do that. We try and make single batches of food because that is how you get clarity of flavors into your cuisine. Not by having one base sauce, but probably by having 8-10 base sauces of different things. And that's the reason why the food tastes better, because they're all done individually. That is almost done. Now this is a very, very special paste. This is a red chili and a garlic paste. You smell that? It doesn't smell very spicy, does it? It is not very spicy. It smells nice. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why the color is so red and why this paste helps. Okay, you've got curry leaves in front of you. Take a leaf and just smell the leaf. And this is an experiment. Just smell the leaf. It will not smell of anything much. But take that leaf in your hand and then you massage the leaf and then you smell that. Take it in your hand and you massage it and then you smell it. The perfume comes out. And this is what heat does. This is exactly what is happening in the pot here. The heat is reacting with the leaf for the flavors to be released. If you're making a lassi at home, if you're making any juice at home, or a little mocktail as such, if you take a obsidian leaf and rub it on the rim of the glass, and then you have that lassi or the drink, it gives a perfume of the curry leaves. And this is what heat does. And that's why heat is extremely important. Now we're going to add some pulp of tomatoes. So that goes.
So you're not burning it?
No, it's not burning.
No, it's not. I'm just saying when I make food,
The heat is too high. So what you do is you lower the heat down.
yeah.
Let's lower the heat down a bit. It's not sticking. Because it's stirring it. Which food you going to stand next to it? You're going to enjoy. It's an art. You see a life form cooking in front of you. And that's what food does. Food is all about senses. Food is about visuals. So you look at food, you smell food, you touch, you taste, you even hear. If you see what Maria is doing, she's stirring the pan, so the sound of scraping is important. When you have a papad, when you crack it, it gives a sound. That makes you salivate, it makes you hungry. This is what makes good food better. So your senses are very, very important. Going back to the chili paste, it's a very easy thing to make. It is red chilies. Try and use the dry red chilies. Soak it into warm water for around half an hour. And you boil the chilies into the water and you drain it out. But why you do that is because the spiciness of the chilies are removed. So you still have a small kick of the spice, but it's not bitter. It doesn't kill you in the throat or the back of the neck when you eat something spicy. It's a gentle, sweet, spicy flavor. But what we also do is we also add some chopped garlic into the red chili that we boil. When garlic boils, it gives a certain sweetness. When you take it off, you dry it under the cold water, remove all the water, put it into a blender with a little bit of oil, and you whip it up into a puree. And that's what you will get. The color is beautiful, the color is fantastic. It is not chili hot, so it's not scorching, it doesn't kill your palate, but this is a very nice, even and rounded feeling. Food has to be subtle, it doesn't have to be grounded in an overpowering. It should be just there. It tells you it is Indian or tells you in Arabic. The flavors must come through and never overcook it. The masala is almost there. If you look at the color, it is gorgeous. Unfortunately, you guys can't smell it there. You can smell it here. Now this is again, that's cooking techniques, it's aromas, you smell food. In this, I'm now going to add coconut milk. And you see the whole dish will change dramatically. The coconut milk is a very nice subtle smoothness to the sauce. The richness comes to it. It adds its own sweetness to the sauce. With the lemongrass, with the onion, with the garlic and the chili, there's a very nice taste to it. When I was learning to cook way back in 84 and 85, back in India, as a trainee from college, we had to do around 100 coconuts every day. So you take ground coconuts, you crack them open, and then you grate out the whites. From there, you put it into a cloth and you squeeze. So even after you finish your work for the next 3 days, you only dream of coconuts. So that's all you're doing. You smell like a coconut yourself. Those were the days 30 years back. You can now go down to the shop and buy a can of coconut milk. It is equally good. This is not fresh, it's a canned coconut. I'll be very honest with you. Do not waste your time in trying to squeeze coconuts and making milk. It is delicious, don't get me wrong, but it is too long a process. In this day and age where everything has to be quite fast and instantaneous, we want it to be simple. We want to make our lives easy, and these really work well. Also, from commercial point of view for us, it's very important because we buy a particular standard. So when we do dishes across the board, in various countries, the restaurant which we have, we try and maintain a certain standard. So when somebody comes and dines in London, or in Geneva, or comes and dines in Qatar here, or into the Qatar Airways, we want that flavor to come through. So they eat a really Bhatia dish, they relate to it, they understand. And that purely comes out of consistency by procuring products which are certain brands which we appreciate for the quality. And that thing comes across with all our restaurants around the world. I'm going to add a little more coconut milk because it's a little dark. And before I add the prawn marine, I'm going to make you try this so you have a little taste. So to amp up the heat, so it's a little fast. There is no salt in the dish yet because when we actually boil the chilies, we also add a little salt in the chilies. When you blitz it, there's also a certain amount of salt. So we're going to taste it now and then see if we need more salt, we can add more salt. The reason why we add salt in the chili is because it's also preservative. This chili, once it's boiled and pureed and kept it all, it can last you for a month in the fridge. Nothing wrong with that. I would advise you to make for a month, make small batches. If you want to put it into Ziploc bags and make small batches, keep them in the freezer. You can always take them out and use them after a few hours, they work equally well. Okay, Mari. Tell me if there is enough salt or is there enough chili.
Try your own.
No. Let them some it. Halas? Done? Perfect. I didn't make it, she made it. You can make it at home next time? Probably you can, I mean, it's not difficult.
It's very easy.
It is easy. Keep your spoon, no, we're done with that. No, keep it, we'll do the rice to the next. We'll wait for the sauce to come to a boil, and in this sauce, I'm going to add in prawns. If you want to add in chicken, you want to add in some veal, you want to add in some vegetables, some paneer, halloumi, asparagus, mushroom, the choice is yours. You can add whatever you want in that. It's entirely up to you. The sauce is beginning to boil. If you want, you can also stir fry the prawns before and add to the sauce. I prefer to put it into the sauce because then the flavor comes up quite nice. Because the prawns are poaching in the sauce. So as the prawns are cooking in the sauce, it also releases its own flavors there. The prawns are very delicate, they're very opaque. The best way to know how the prawns are cooked is because the shade turns into white or they turn into pink. So the no more, just stir them around, it's fine. After you the boiling, they come. Once the prawns cook, the color changes from being translucent or opaque to whitish and pinkish. So you know it is done. If you really want to indulge at home and you want to add crayfish or langoustine or lobster, the choice is yours. This sauce can also be just used on its own. You can make it a bit thinner with water and you can strain it out and it becomes a very nice soup. So you have some bread or you have something along with that, it is beautiful. You sitting at home with your family, you serve a big bowl of the coconut lime sauce soup, I think it's going to be fantastic. This will probably take a minute or two for the prawns to really cook through. Put the heat up. That's it. Don't need to mix it now because it won't burn because the liquid is enough liquid in there. Can you ask them to serve all the guests at the same time? Okay, we're going to shuffle this dish. Leave that there. Okay. Second dish. This is the love dish. Anybody know what love dish stands for? We all make it at home.